Happy holidays! Recently I asked my sister what she thought of my last vlog, and she said two things. She said she would have liked to see more info on the camera that I unboxed, as well as a trimmed beard. And I can tell you I'm only doing one of those things in this video. So, quick overview, just the facts, and what stood out to me as far as the GoPro Hero 5. As I mentioned in the last video, it's waterproof, very rugged. It shoots 4K at 30 frames per second, which is very cool. This is my first 4K camera. It also has voice command, which at first I thought was pretty gimmicky, but it allows me to do things like this. GoPro, start recording. See that? Pretty cool, right? It also shoots HD 120 frames per second, which allows you to do slow-mo, playing things back at 1/4 the speed. So something like shaking your hair really fast at 30 frames per second that looks like this will actually look like this. Moving on, the Karma. Okay, so in my last vlog I mentioned that I would talk more about the Karma drone experience I had. When I first heard about the Karma, I was immediately a huge fan. The Karma, the whole package, is just a very versatile toolkit for storytelling. So you've got the Hero 5, which I've talked about, and all of its capabilities, paired with the aerial capabilities of the Karma drone, along with the gimbal, which is detachable and you can carry around as a stabilizer, which I looked up, it's called the Karma Grip. That part actually works really well. Sounds really great, right? Well, it is when they're not dropping out of the sky mid-flight due to power failure. Mine did not do that. It did not lose power any time while I was operating it during the like 3 or 4 flights that I took it on. But they were all recalled. So I sent it back, got a full refund, and then they sent me this as a thank you for doing business with them. Which, in all honesty, doing this little thing, like sending that to everyone who had to deal with all that, and having their hopes and dreams crushed from the drone being recalled, that was a nice touch. So way to go on that, GoPro. The GoPro Karma in total cost me about $1,400 with the insurance package, and that was just the top of the line, whatever package they had. Luckily I got all of that refunded. When I bought the GoPro Karma, Zach told me right away, when you own a drone, it's not a matter of if you will crash, but when you will crash. I found this out on, I think it was my 4th flight out there. I was feeling pretty good with myself, you know, I was feeling like I had a good handle of things and my abilities to fly a drone. So I was flying it in front of my dad and I saw our neighbor Doug was out on his driveway and he saw what was going on. So I was like, okay, let's show off a little bit. So I got it up in the air and flew it as fast as I could towards Doug. Little did I realize there was a tree branch right there, just a real thin thing that just caught a propeller and flipped it and broke 3 propellers.
Who put that tree there? Let's cut it down.
Camera's fine. So unfortunately that was just enough propellers to where I couldn't take it on a trip with me to Colorado to visit my uncle, which would have been awesome. So anyway, because that happened, I decided to go to Target and buy like this $90 cheap toy drone just to like, you know, practice or whatever, which I quickly realized there is a definite difference between a $1,400 drone and a $90 drone. You could control left, right, forward, backward, but it was all over the place as far as altitude goes. So with all that in mind, if GoPro is able to fix their power issues, as well as fix a few other things that I kind of glossed over because I had spent so much money on it and was just overlooking the fact that these little things weren't quite right, like sometimes having a Dutch angle and me having no way to fix that, or it not having object avoidance, like many of the other drones at that price range. If they can do that, then I might take another look at them. that is what I have to say on those things today. This has been episode 7 of the Pixel Labs vlog. I am Devin Harshnick. Happy holidays. And I'm going to leave you with some of the little drone footage that I do have from those 3 or 4 flights, and some time lapses of my mother wrapping Christmas presents. Cheers.
Thank you, dear.
Also, you may have noticed I decided to wear sunglasses in this because 1, they're very comfortable, 2, I paid a lot for them back when I could afford them, and 3, Taylor did it, so why not, right? He's a pretty cool dude. That was stupid.